branch manager of SBI, which is quite a prestigious job. Sir is expert in his field. Purushottam has done his MBA from one of the most prestigious colleges of India, that is IIM Bangalore, which I feel is second to IIM Hyderabad. So that is, we are actually lucky to have Sir with us for this session. Apart from his MBA degree from IIM Bangalore, he also has done his certification of Certified Associate of Indian Institute of Bankers, which is conducted by Institute of Banking and Finance. So not taking much of the time, I invite Sir, I first of all welcome Sir and then invite him. I request Sir to welcome with a topic.
Appropriate time because yesterday was budget document of Indian economy was released for the upcoming session, and I think that this is the appropriate time, and especially if somebody is there with our team. In our team, I would say, because there is the member of PUBBN committee, but not Urja Vidyalaya Vikas Nidhi, the school account. We have to manage our account, and for this we are taking the services of Shri Purushottam Singh Ji as expert member, and when we have some expert
with us in our team, I think we must take this opportunity, utilize this opportunity. We should invite Sir to guide us that what are the career opportunities available in front of our students after passing out class 12th and even after passing out of class 10th, that which subjects they can choose depending on their career planning. I think we should invite. One more thing, that in newspaper, this economics page, at least I see various terms where I feel doubt. So the same thing I think the students also must be facing, that whenever they read economics page on the newspaper, we feel various terminology which we are unaware. So requesting Sir to please guide us, and I request you all that this session should be interactive. So feel free to ask your doubts and
Hey everyone, good morning, and I'm sure that you have a good time in the ACS now. You are in 9th standard. Today we are going to talk about the finance and accounts. Why it is important and why we should read it. So let me start with what you think about it. Why there is a need for finance and accounts, and why there is we should be concentrating on these aspects. What do you think? What is your views about it? Anybody wants to say something about that? Why? क्यों पढ़ना है? Why finance and account is so important? Yes, very good.
To manage our money properly.
To manage our money properly. Fantastic answer. To manage our money properly. Yeah. Anything else? Right? Anything else? Have you listened about interest rates, loans? Your father or mother might have taken loans, housing loans, right? They are managing money like she is telling. They are managing a home, right? Similarly, institutions, companies need to manage their funds. So let us start with some basics. Right? Why do we require this in the first place? Any company, any home, or for that matter school, require some funds to run their show, right? So any firm for that matter, if there is a firm, right, they are operating in two kinds of environment. Like I tell you, they have to, any firm, what they need to do, any company, or for that matter, what they need to do, they have to generate some product or some service and they have to sell it. So they are working in some market. Okay? They are working in some market. Like when you go to the market, there are many companies like mobile, Samsung is there, Apple is there, Apple is there, right? And you are selecting the brand, right? Based on that, which is better you think, yeah? Working market. They have to work with the cost structures. Cost structure I am talking about because they are producing something, right? They are producing some goods. That means they have to control their costs. They have to manage their cost. Because to manufacture something, suppose you are manufacturing a mobile for that example, you need to manage the cost of the components. You need to manage the cost of your camera, your IC that is going inside there, the kind of copper chips that you are going, all these things you have to manage, so that you have to manage your cost structure. This is I am talking about firm level. At house level also it happens, because daddy or mommy is earning salary, that salary has to be managed. What to purchase, what not to purchase, when, why to purchase now, why not to purchase it later. It is all depends. So these are the decisions that we make, right? At our level also, suppose your daddy is going to give you 100 rupees, you have to manage, right? Okay, this is I have been given for a month. What should I buy? Should I buy a chocolate now, or should I not buy it? Or should I buy a pencil which I require, or should I buy something which I really like, a greeting card maybe? So it depends on you. The other thing that is, like I told, when to buy, what we call the normal part as procurement, right? When to buy, from where to buy, all those decisions are taken at the firm level, correct? And then we need money, suppose we need to borrow, right? We need to borrow also sometimes. We need to invest also sometimes. Okay, we need to invest also. At home also you must be thinking, daddy must be thinking, okay, let's invest in the mutual funds, right? Or maybe, okay, let's invest in the real estate, let's buy a house, second house maybe, right? Or the first house, right? These are decisions he's taking based on some knowledge or data points, right? He's making some decisions. Or let's buy some new clothes, festival is coming, or buy a new TV. All these decisions are taken at a firm level or individual level also, I can say that. Individual level. So these are the things that the decisions are on us. You know, we can make those decisions ourselves. But certain decisions you cannot make yourselves. Certain decisions, like suppose, I will talk about what is the interest rate. Suppose you want to borrow the money, you have to go to bank, right? Interest rate you cannot decide. Right? This is not in my hand. These decisions in my hand. Suppose you talk about exchange rate. Exchange rate. Okay? You want to send money, or somebody wants to send you money from outside. You cannot decide the exchange rate. Or for that matter, you know, what is the basic, or many other things. Right? So, what is the customs duty? So, or for that matter, what is the taxes? Whether it is income tax or whether it is GST, indirect tax. Okay. So these are the things you can say. This is under our control. Little bit we can do something about it. But these are the things is not in our control. This is decided at macro level, which no individual, no company, no school, no institution can know. So now, like yesterday when you see the budget, which is budget is nothing but a statutory obligation or a constitutional obligation. That is under Article 112 of the Constitution of India, that Union government has to present its accounts to the Parliament every year. They cannot say no, they have to, right? So that union budget that yesterday comes is ultimately deciding this aspect. And that's why people look at it, listen to it, read about it very, very carefully. Because this is so important to decide these things. If you know how much the interest rate is, how the interest rate is going to go in future, whether it is going to go up or down, how the exchange rate is going, how the customs duty is, what happened to the income tax, whether personal or corporate. You can decide, make decisions based on it. What should I do? Whether should I invest or spend? whether I should buy the thing now or I should buy the thing in future. Right? So you may be seeing that there are certain things like in your own life, what you can control. You can control how much time you can study. Right? You can put more hard work. Right? You can go out and run, play. It is in your control. How much you can eat. But there are certain things, there are certain rules which you cannot control. Based on that only, you are working in some framework. Similarly, any country, any firm, any school is working in some framework. That framework is not decided by any one institution. It is decided by the macro principles of the government. These are policy decisions. Correct? So now you have to understand that is why it is very important that we should know something about economics, finance and accounting. Because if you don't know, you will make wrong decisions. That's why some people you might have seen, suppose you go to park, some uncle say, oh I made a bad investment, I lost almost 50% of my capital. तो गलत घर खरीद दिया मैंने या वहाँ नहीं खरीदना था नहीं. Sometimes they make wrong decisions because they don't know when they are making that decision. They are not aware, they are not doing the research, maybe or not aware of this aspect fully. Right? So this is how it is very important. So I am sure now you understand something. Why all the CEOs sit down together and listen to that budget speech? Because it directly depends on their business. Because business they know how to run it best. No finance minister or secretary is required to tell them how to run their business. They know it. But these aspects they don't know, and therefore it is very important for all of us to know a little bit more about how the finance sector works. What is interest rate, what is exchange rate, what is taxes, what is GST, how it is happening, right? This is important because otherwise you are going to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, it is going to be costly. Because you are investing money, and if you invest money wrongly, you have to face the losses. I think this much is clear. Now let us see what exactly happens. So there are two kinds of policies. Okay? Two kinds of policies are there. I am giving you a framework so that you will be little bit aware what is happening. Right? So that whenever you read a newspaper also, when you open the newspaper, you understand. Because everything is linked to what you are reading now. See, ultimately, whatever you read is applied in the world. Correct? Suppose you are reading maths. Maths is very much in this. If I invest 100 rupees now and my interest rate is 7%, which is compounded semi-annually, how much it is going to be 5 years from now? Correct? It is nothing but maths, but ultimately some of the variables that you are putting in depends on policy. So you should be aware of what is interest rate, how it is decided, who decides it, how it changes, whether it is going up or down. So some kind of forecasting is also coming into the picture. Right? Any doubts you have right now till now? You understand little bit and right? Some decisions are made by firms which they can control. Some decisions are made not made by them but made at a macro level. And therefore it is very, very important to understand them, and therefore finance and accounts are important. Now the policies are two policies, you can see that. All these things are not decided by only one institution, the Government of India. It is not decided. There are two things. One is fiscal and other is monetary. So you may be knowing there are broad terms. This fiscal policy is decided by government of that country, whereas monetary policy is decided by central bank, which in our country is Reserve Bank of India. Correct? So whenever you get time and opportunity, it is very important to see what is happening. See, so this monetary policy, interest rate is decided by Reserve Bank of India. Exchange rate is also controls under them. Customs duty and taxes are done by Government of India. Okay? Taxation powers is with the fiscal policy, whereas monetary policy is deciding Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, as well as Reserve Bank of India, generally controls money supply. So I think before I reach jump onto the carriers, I just wanted to give you a brief. You know, these guys are going to decide taxes. So very clear, I think by now, right? So monetary policy is there, fiscal policy is there. Yesterday the budget is nothing but a statement by the government of India about its fiscal policy. That means a statement about their future forecast and telling about what the taxes are going to be, because they can give incentives to certain sectors. Like we are dealing, DA is dealing with nuclear power, correct? Atomic reactions. Yesterday one great announcement has come. Anybody can tell me? Some good announcement has come for nuclear industry. What is that? If you have seen the newspaper early morning. Because we have to money, we have to generate money, right? All these schools, all these laws have to be run. Correct or not? That means we have to be very careful what we are doing and what we can do so that our income will increase. And why all this fiscal and monetary policies are there, by the way? What is the goal? What is the goal of mother and father, suppose? What is their goal? Why they are running that small house? What is their goal? Their same goal is there for the country also. A small house, what is the goal of that house? That we should grow. Intellectually we should grow. Physically, mentally, emotionally we should grow. And our income should also grow. Correct or not? Same thing is happening in the country also. That we should be healthy country, climate should be good, but our income should also increase. Then only we will become a rich nation, na? Ultimately, those who have money will enjoy, ultimately, isn't it? So we want to increase our income as a country also. So that is the objective, but that has to be done in a sustainable way. And second thing is, there should be certainty. It should not happen that one day father is slapping you, other day loving you. You don't know how he behaves, right? Certainty is not there. That should not happen. That what we call in country stability of the conditions, stability of the prices. It should not happen that you go to the market, tomato 1 kg is 100 rupees a kg. If after a week you go and become 200 kg, then you cannot decide how much should I buy. Should I buy now itself 5 kg or should I, it's okay to buy 1 kg. Those decisions has to be right. So these are the basic objectives of any house as well as, okay. So these are the basic things. So now you know little bit why we are looking at the macro picture and how it is affecting our individual decisions, corporate level decisions. Because these are very important to make decisions. If you don't know them, you will miss something. You may be good in your basic sciences and your mathematics, but ultimately an individual has to work somewhere in a group and decide something so that their income should increase. Correct? So now let's start. Now, rather than going, so where are the things that you can work? Now you know a little bit, so where you can work. So you can see finance and banks. Finance and accounts people can work in banks, they can work in insurance firms, right? They can also work as an investment banker. Okay? Investment banker, they can also work as you tell where they can work. Tell me. They can work in government. You can write UPSC, can become IRS, Indian Revenue Services, or you can become CAG, Controller Accounts of Journal of India. You might be reading reports of it, comes in the newspaper many times, right? Number 5, you can be in fintech industry. You can be a consultant. Okay? Consultant, sorry. So there are many places that you can work in RBI, you can work in SEBI, you can work in many of the areas. So these are the things. So what should you do at your level? At your level, what should you do? Is it boring? Is it boring? Can I prove myself a little bit? Tell me, give me suggestions. Boys? No? Anything that you do, little bit you understand, little bit what we are doing, what is the purpose? Okay, tell me, somebody should tell me what we have read till now, what we know by now. Come on, you tell. Anybody, I'm not forcing anybody.
See, whatever you have understood till now, your own words can stand as well. Whatever little you have understood.
Whatever it is. Ways by which we can do this. See, after 12, one thing that you can do which you already know is CA, that is Chartered Accountancy. Chartered Accountancy course can be done. That you can enroll, I will go straight away. After 12, you can go, you can do it. Without your undergraduation also you can do it. So after 12, you can register for a foundation course, in which there are 4 subjects. One of them is maths, law, and then there is economics and is statistics. Right? One thing I forgot to tell, here because of the technological changes now everything is decided based on data. Earlier we used to forecast based on broad parameters, but nowadays because of the technological changes, the data science and decision making with AI is also taking a lot of things because decision is based on real time. So this kind of analysis can also be done by most of the people. Okay, so this is also one of the areas where you can work. So 12, after 12 foundation you do 4 subjects. Then there is going to be CA intermediate. In that there are 2 groups, 8 papers each. Okay, and then there is going to be a what we call articleship. Earlier it was 3 years, now they have reduced it to 2 years. And then CA final, which also has I think 2 groups. Okay. Basically it takes around 4 to 5 years if you are fine. It takes around 4 to 5 years. Okay. Chartered Accountancy is one of the courses that you can think about if you are looking forward to work in finance sector. Second thing that you can do is so first is you can see that because that is in Indian parlance I'm talking. You can also see CPA if suppose you are interested. You want to do abroad something, which you can do by sitting here itself. You can do CPA also. Okay, that is certified science. Then the second is CMA, Cost Management Accounting. Okay, CA is governed by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, whereas CMA is controlled by ICMAI, that is Institute of Cost Management Accountants of India. This is also similarly, the CA most focus of CA is focusing more on auditing, taxation, preparation of financial statements. Do you know any of these things? You know audit? Anything you know about audit? What is the English meaning of audit? No idea? My school is audited twice a year. What does that mean? CAG is auditing the accounts of my school. No idea audit? You have not read about audit? No. Taxation? No. Okay, so I don't know how to tell that. CA is mostly dealing with auditing, taxation and preparation of financial statements. See, how to tell you in a very simple way. See, in a house, suppose the income is coming, right? To run a house, what we require? We require sources of funds, some money required, and we should know where we should spend. Suppose monthly salary is coming, 1 lakh rupees is coming. Then the family will sit together, or daddy or mommy will sit together and say, okay, this is what we got, what we have to do now. Right? They will decide, okay, this much grocery, this much clothes, this much television I'll buy, this much, okay, this new instrument, this much we will save, this much we will invest, correct? Something like they will do. So they will make some kind of statement, isn't it? Some kind of statement they will make. Similarly, the companies also make the statements at regular time. Like NPCI is also making quarterly. Where we are always recording what we are doing. We are constantly paying, making payments, receiving money, buying something, selling something. We are selling electricity, right? And we are selling electricity to who? You are given it. Electricity generating companies are selling electricity to whom? Whom you pay the bill? Government.
No, people.
Indirectly you can say, so there are discoms are there, distribution companies, right? We are selling to them. Sometimes they are owned by government, sometimes they are private. So we are selling to them, so we are getting money from them. Correct? So CMA is talking about cost. Here it is more about audit and taxation. So what I told, CMA is cost management accountant, will focus mostly on the cost aspect, right? How to control the cost, how can I reduce the cost? Suppose you are a manager in some company and your boss told you, or we are not able to make the profit that our competitor is making, right? What we should do? One way he will tell, increase the price. Sell the product at a higher rate and therefore you will get more money and therefore you will make more money, more profit. But you will say, no, I cannot increase the price because the competition in the market is so much. If I increase the price, nobody will buy my product. Correct or not? That is one of the reasons. So what should be done? Then cost comes into picture. What should we do to reduce our cost? What are the factors of the cost that we can reduce? From where I am buying? Can I buy in bulk? At what time should I buy? Should I store here only or at the place from where I am buying? What should be my logistics? What should I buy and transport through road or should I buy or transport through rail? Which one is cheaper? How many people should I recruit? What should be my infrastructure? Whether it can be in the city or it can be in the rural area, right? Whether the manufacturing process is correct, whether the technology is correct or can I change it, whether I can do it in collaboration with somebody else or should I do it alone? That means should I go into joint ventures or should I ask in collaboration I should do something or should I do it myself? So all these factors are done by cost management accounting. They look from the perspective of cost, that how can I reduce the cost? From the home, from the family perspective, I will tell you, mother may see how much money I am spending on cooking, vegetables, outside going and eating in the restaurants, right? And she will think, what should I do so that my monthly expenditure should reduce a bit? Suppose she is spending 25,000 a month in food, going outside eating, right? Or in clothes, festivals, or something like that, right? And she wants to reduce it to 25 to 20. So she will see what should I do, where should I cut, so that I should not miss anything, but I have 5,000 more money by which I can, I can do something which is better. Maybe buy a book for you, or an encyclopedia for you. Correct? So she may think similarly, any company or any country also look into that aspect. What are the things that we are doing which we can do at a lower cost? So these are the people who will see and figure it out what are the costs that go inside everything and can we reduce it. Correct? For that you need to break it down. So you need to sit with so many people who understand this aspect. Same here, after 12th, there is a foundation, same thing, same concept here. After that there is going to be CMA intern, okay, and then there is going to be art culture, Okay, and then there is going to be CMA file. This also takes around. This also approximately takes 4 to 5 years, and you know all these courses are pretty cheap. It is not like engineering or medicine. It's pretty cheap. You can do them in under 1 lakh. If you do coaching also, you will under 2 lakh. You can do this course. You can finish this courses within 1 lakh or 2 lakh entire 4-5 years. Whereas if you go for engineering or medicine, you have to spend in 1 semester itself. I think I'm not reaching you up, right? Is it boring? Is it boring? Is it boring? Okay. Okay. So yeah, it is a stale subject in a way. So that aspect you have to see then. So cost aspect is, so first is CA, second is CM. Correct? The emphasis of CA is in audit and taxation and preparation of financial statements, whereas the emphasis of CMA is on costing and how to reduce the cost or restructure the cost so that the profit margins can be increased. Now the third one. Okay, third one is CS. This is company secretary. Company secretary. So CA is dealing with audit, taxation, preparation of financial statements, forecasting and other things. Whereas company secretary's role is to see the compliance part. There are certain laws in which the companies have to work. So whether the company is following these laws and regulations, right? It is the responsibility of the company secretary. There is only one company secretary in a company. Only one. And it is attached with the board. Okay? It is attached with the board. So company secretary, okay? Main purpose is compliance towards the laws and the regulations given by either RBI or SAFE. Okay? For example, I'll give you a very small example of my own company. Suppose we are buying, so we have done some search. We need to, Government of India is telling that nuclear power plants have to be, has to be constructed pretty fast, right? So that we will achieve our goal of climate change by 2050 or 2070, right? So nuclear power is a clean energy, so there is a goal given to us that the capacity has to be enhanced as quickly as possible. But nuclear power plants are very expensive, right? It requires thousands of crores of rupees. But government has told us we cannot give you that money. We don't have it. Because our focus is something else, say road construction or education or medical. So what we have to do? So what we have done, we thought about it, what to do. Because our income is not that much, so we have to borrow from somewhere. So we thought, why don't we borrow from abroad? So we thought, why don't we borrow from abroad? We can borrow. So we thought, okay, we will borrow from Japan in Japanese yen, because their interest rate is almost 0.2 or 0.3%. But there is going to be foreign exchange less because we are borrowing in Japanese and then converting it to Indian. So we thought about it. So, but to borrow from abroad, you have to follow certain guidelines, which is given by Reserve Bank of India. So the follow the guidelines, this company secretary comes into picture. Okay? Company secretary comes into picture. So this is also the same. This is also foundation after 12. You can do that. Right? After foundation, then you have executive. Here also I think 4 papers are there. Executive 2 groups are there. Each has around 7 to 8 papers. And after that you have, I think, what? This is, then you will get the final. CS final. This also has 2 groups in which you have to select the elective subjects. So this is dealing with compliance. They are strictly dealing with one audit aspect only, which is secretarial audit. Company secretary will deal with secretarial audit, whereas CA will deal with statutory audit. Right? Statutory, you know the meaning of statutory? No? No idea? What is the meaning of constitution? You might have learned constitutional rights. What is constitutional rights? Anybody? I am sure 6th standard you might have read. We have a constitutional right, freedom of speech. Correct or not? Somebody will say, I have a statutory right. What does that mean? What is the difference between constitutional right and statutory right? Any idea? Come on, this is simple. This is very simple. I am sure framework is there outside itself. When I entered the school, there is a board I have seen, correct? Any ideas? Anybody guess? Any guess also okay, no problem. I am not a teacher, don't worry. I will not grade you. No idea? Oh my god. Statutory, see, any statute means by law. Statute means by law. Right? Any law which is framed in this country has to be in consonance or in line with the Constitution of India. Right? Certain things have been given to us by Constitution. Nobody can take us. And certain things are given to us by nature which no Constitution also can take us. Correct? Even if there is no Constitution, there is one thing that we all have. What is that? Equality and dignity. We all are equal, right? Whether Constitution is there or not there, nature or God has created us same, correct or not? Yes. Same thing what I am telling. So company secretary will see the statutory aspects. Whether as per the statute, what we are doing is in line or not. Oh my God. Anyway, after that, this is a new thing which is coming, which is already there for a long time. Actually, is very good. If you suppose you are very good in mathematics, you love mathematics, right? Then actually is a very good field for you. It is conducted by IAI, Institute of Actuaries of India. Okay. There is an entrance test happens, ESET we call it. This happens after the 12th. Okay. This happens twice a year. Actually, common entrance test. This happens. Okay. So this also you can see if you are good, if you like math. Where actually works, actually is dealing with risk management. Generally, their requirement mostly comes in insurance sector. So once you clear this ESET, you have to pass only 13 papers. If you pass those 13 papers, you will get a fellow actuary certification you will get. And then you can work anywhere. They command lot of money. Much more than any other profession, because the demand is so much and supply is very much. It's very difficult to pass also. But very cheap. Not like that, I told you the engineering and medicine. This is one area which you can. It mostly deals with risk management and it deals with insurance. Suppose I'll give you a flavor of it. I'll give one flavor. Suppose I'll ask you a question. What is the probability that I will die next year? What factors you will see? That is the work you will do. Because what they will do, people take insurance, right? Life insurance and non-life insurance. They give the premiums. So many people give premium, but not all of them die. Only 1 or 2 people die. So they will give them the big sum, the sum insured, correct or not? So the idea of this actually is, similarly in gratuity calculations actually is required. I am sure here also in school they might be sending into action. They will be collecting all the data of teachers, right? Date of birth, how much service, this, that, everything. Then based on that data, they will calculate how much provision you have to keep. Right? What is the chances that somebody will die and how much we have to pay? So actually is dealing with chances, uncertainties. Like how much accidents will happen. How much accidents will happen. Suppose ISRO is sending a rocket in the sky. Last 2 missions have failed, right? The insurance, huge insurance is there, right? So insurance cost now is going to increase a lot. What is the chances that this mission is going to fail? Because they have to insure everything. Nothing can be done without insurance, particularly in government. So that mission, which is so expensive, almost 1,000 to 2,000 crores, right? If something goes wrong, people are giving a lot of money. The satellites are not only made by institutions, but abroad people are also telling, okay, you send my satellite. You made the satellite of 200 crores and given it to them, and their rocket is gone and gone. Poof. That means we have to pay the money. No? It is not like free of cost. Nobody will do that. Anyone. So that insurance, these chances, probabilistic theory has looked back actually. So this aspect also you can see. Okay. Apart from that, go through it because this is very directly linked to what we are reading in classrooms. Like I asked you about statutes, it's very difficult and not because 9th standard I expect that they should know this, right? So you can relate what you are reading in your book, how it relates to the practical life. And what is the ways to do that? Talk to your seniors, your teachers, your parents, read the newspapers or look at the television or news something so that you will get to know. Like yesterday, the budget has come. Some few, whether anything happened for schools or education, what are the announcements made, whether those are only announcement or backed by numbers, because sometimes government only speak but nothing happens, that also happens. In the speech it is there but in the documents it is not even there. Little bit you can say and you can do a small presentation also in your class. What is the government of India this year budget has done for the school education? You have seen the school outside, you go to any school outside, have you been any time? गए कभी? महाराष्ट्र स्टेट स्कूल में आप जाके देखिए, you will realize that you are studying in heaven. I'm telling you, you will feel that. You will feel that कि अरे ये तो बहुत अच्छा स्कूल है, इससे अच्छा स्कूल तो हो नहीं सकता है. So, and suppose when you go there, you will feel why that school is not like this. Right? You will see there, then you will realize something is wrong. Why our resources are not used there? Right? So that way, the finance sector is also important. You will know where we are landing. I think I am bored. This is little high end. Yeah? Any questions?
What was finance just after 10?
Yeah.
At least what was finance just after 10?
Just after 10th, no, it is, I would suggest first after 10th there is no avenue as such. Earlier it was there, but now it is 12th. It is better to do your 12th, particularly focus on mathematics also. It is very important. Economics, statistics and mathematics and then go. Right? See what I told you, after 12th if you do, you have to give foundation or some entrance here. If you do any graduation, suppose you are engineer, that also they can also do that. If you are a commerce graduate, they can also do that, but then they don't have to do foundation. They can directly go in the middle. CA intermediate, CMA intermediate, CS professional or executive. They can cut one step if you are a graduate. And it is always good, basic concept should be a little stronger. Then only go in this. So my suggestion is go after 12th. Go after 12th only. Your fundamentals you make strong. Then it will be easy also to do. Isn't it? What else? Any other question? Hey, this is boring looks like, right? Come on, ask question. Asking question is the easiest thing. Changes what are happening is one is investment banking is one area. Investment banking. Okay. Second area you can talk about fintech industry. Third area you can talk about decision sciences. Okay, these are the areas in the future where you can work. Fourth is cyber security. because the changes are happening very, very fast nowadays. Because nowadays, you know, just 5-6 years ago, UPI was not there. But UPI has brought lot of, you know, what I would say, it has increased the transactions rate. It has financial deepening in the country has gone up. But along with that, security aspect has also grown up. Whether it is safe or not safe, right? So this aspect also, so you can, you know, nowadays finance is mixed well, you are coding also. So you should be good in both the aspects so that you can work in cyber security cell. But you can only work if you have financial knowledge, accounting knowledge. Decision sciences, because nowadays everything is decided based on data. The more data, because data is available, earlier we cannot. Earlier the decisions are based on general patterns. But now decisions are made based on the data points. So decision sciences or data science is very important field in future. Third is fintech industry. They require people who have domain knowledge of finance and accounts so that they can work with engineers to come up with algorithms which will be safe and which will improve the financial sector in future. Reserve Bank of India is highly taking care. Hackathons are happening. Even school children, they are inviting to tell their proposals. This is also. Investment banking is something like, suppose I want to merge some company or acquire some company. So you require some special banking is required. We call it mergers and acquisitions people, right? Or merchant bankers we say, right? We have to go to them. They are going to advise us what are the things that you have to do so that you can merge this company. How much price I have to pay for that? Valuation they will do. These are the other aspects that you can also see. Cyber security because of AI, right? So in future, these are going to be one of the domains that is going to happen. Let me tell you, slowly, technology is taking away the routine parts. Routine parts is done by AI or algorithms. Only where you require to interpret data, where you have to think through, where you have to make decisions. Those are the aspects which are now being governed in finance and accounting. Even the audit firms, big audit firms, you know about Big Four? Anybody know Big Four? No. Generally, Big Fours are EY, these are the companies. What is called, then advisors public lending. These are the 4 companies. They are generally, it's a Big Four means S&P. They are the companies. They are big international firms. Okay. PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC. One more is there. I'm forgetting the name. Where you like to work. After if you become a CA, you may like to work in these companies. These are the kind of dream jobs people say. Okay. So, anyone, because I realize you guys are not asking enough questions. I think you are not understanding. So, any questions, any basic doubts also you can ask. Basic doubts also you can ask before we can close this session. So, can I ask some questions now? Huh? Okay, what is the difference? Ask. CA and CFA. Yeah, CFA is dealing with investment or portfolio management role. It is more about, once the CA has made the income statement or financial statements, they will use it, analyze it, and decide whether to invest in this firm or not to invest. It's like they are deciding where to put my money. So, certified financial analyst role is to deal with where to invest, whether it is the right decision to invest or not. Whereas the CA is mostly about to make those financial statements, whether the statements are correct as per the law, as per the standards of accounting. They will take care whether the taxation has been paid rightly or not. It is more going deep down, where CFA is using that data to invest, make a portfolio so that it will make profit. Got it?
Sir, is articleship similar to
internship.
Yes, exactly. It is the same. It is like a hands-on experience. Suppose it is like your experiments you do, no? Your experiments you do in lab. You read something. Now you go in the field and see how it works. That is what. Got it? It is same. Internship is same. You have to go and work for a company. Any other thing? No. Then I can close that. UPSC. Write your civil services. Try to become IRS officers if possible. My boss is an IRS officer. See, he is not recruited by DA. He is directly appointed by Government of India. He is IRS, and he comes here and he will learn from us only. So you can do that. Taxation and customs and all. So you can think CAG, RBI officers, SEBI officers, all those things can be. If you go to their sites, then you will get to know. Website, if you go, you will get to know. A lot. Sorry? जोर से बोलो। I'm sorry. Somebody else can help me? हाँ पूछो पूछो।
सर वो ये बोल रहे हैं कि sometimes there is loss, so how to convert into profit in stock market?
Then nobody knows that. That is, nobody knows it, right? Nobody knows that. Okay, so that is the fun. It is like, why it is fun? Because you don't know what is going to happen. That's all there is.
Which course is more profitable or good according to you? Which course is more profitable or good according to you?
I think it depends on the individual capability also and your interest also. It depends on your interest as well as what you like to do. Whether you like to analyze data and documents alone, or you like to work in teams, you like to talk to people. It depends on that. Suppose you like to talk to people more, right? And you want to work in groups. It will be a good idea to do an MBA apart from CA if you want to, then it is going to gel. Suppose but you like to work alone and in an area which you like to sit long and sit there, then CA may be a good idea because you have to really, sometimes you have to sit long and you have to read numbers of documents. Particularly for a big company. For a small company, okay, that's not a problem. But for a big company, you have to go through lot of details in it. That will be good. So it depends on you, your taste. Suppose you like maths, actually is good.
Which field in financing is good for income? Which field will give us more income? Like general.
Which that only he asked that. See, I will suggest you don't run after income. Whatever you like, you do that. Income will follow. Income will follow. So suppose you are interested. What is your interest? What you like to do? You might be thinking something. I like this. I like reading. You like reading? No? Yeah? Or yes. So what you really like? You love numbers. So it is not like this has been given to you so that there is some view that you have. Only we want to tell you, it is not that you should decide. We are telling this is one of the options that you have. So when you grow up, when you go in 9th, 11th and 12th, you know, right? When you talk to your father and mother, you know that there is another courses also which is in finance and accounts. CA, CS, CMA, CFA, actually, these are the things available which can also be done apart from engineering and medicine. That is the only goal. That there are other aspects, like legal is other aspect. Lawyer also you can become. For that there is a separate entrance exam. So in your mind, what we are trying to tell you is only thing that life is big. It is not like that entire thing is only about engineering and medicine. There are other aspects in the life which you should know. And if you like it, you can pursue it. That's all, nothing else. It is not like we are telling make money or something. Because money will be made by everybody only, correct? Yeah. Same. job is, as a statutory bylaw, they have to audit, every company have to audit their accounts. Audit means that if somebody will come and check whether what you have done is correct or not, as per rules or not. So they are kind of inspectors. You can think like, they are like monitors. They will come to your firm or a company or school. They will sit, they will ask you all the data, and they will audit or inspect your books, whether what you are showing to the higher ups or to the board or to the shareholders are correct, and then they will certify it. Yes, whatever data has been given is fair and true, and we have checked, so that people will believe. Otherwise, Reliance can submit anything. Anybody can submit anything. How will I rely? For government companies, one more audit is there on top of that, which is CAG. They will further check. That's why people believe government companies much more than the private company, because the audit is, the inspection is much more. You understand now? Audit you can think about monitoring or inspection. These are synonyms. You can think. Yeah. Any other thing? That's all. Then we can close them. Okay, then thank you for giving.
I express my sincere gratitude to Sri Purushottam Singh Ji, who has explained the financial opportunity finance in very detail. I would like to express some sincere to all the students who learn each and everything. Thank you very much. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to all the students, madam and HM madam. Thank you very much. I will learn about the finance. Anyone want to become as a CA? No one want to become as a CA. There are so many career opportunities as CA. CA can become more many